Good morning friends. Today we will be discussing first experiment CMOS inverter. So CMOS inverter is combination of PMOS and NMOS. PMOS is a pull-up transistor and NMOS is a pull-down transistor. If you see the circuit diagram will be PMOS will be connected to VDD and NMOS is connected to ground. So the gate of the PMOS and NMOS are connected and it is given to the Vin, and drain to drain of the PMOS and NMOS is connected and it is given to the Vout. You take the transfer characteristics. If you take x-axis Vin and y-axis Vout, when Vin is equal to 0, Vout is equal to 5 volts. As Vin increases, Vout decreases, and at some point of time Vin is equal to 5 volts, Vout is equal to 0 volts. So now we will be explaining this in schematic version using mental graphics. This is our lab. So let me go here. If you see XManager, will be opening Xstart. In this, the host ID is 10.10.4.71. Protocol SSH you will be using. User, you take anything from 1 to 30. I am taking user 5. The password is VLSI 123, and here I will be taking XTERM Linux 2 type, and then I will be running. We will be getting a window. Here the first command that I will be giving is CSH. The next command I will be giving is source home slash software slash mental graphics. See here M capital and no spacing, G capital, CSHRC slash CSHRC 130 underscore CHSRC dot CSHRC. So this is the command prompt that will be giving. Then it will be invoking the tool. Now we will be entering another command, that is dmgr underscore IC space and. Then it will be creating a Pixix project manager. Now here I will be going with the file and I will open a new project, and that project I will be mentioning as VLSI lab. Then I will be opening technology library. Here if you say, I will be going to the software, from that mental graphics, then Foundry, then GDK, here Pixix underscore SPT underscore HEP, IC underscore reference libraries, technology underscore libraries, and generic. Now OK. Now I will be adding standard libraries to my VLSI lab and I will be pressing OK. Now for this VLSI lab I will be creating a library to run my experiments, and I will be creating the library as experiments. So I have created a library for experiments. In this I will be right clicking and I will be creating a schematic. Today we will be discussing about inverter. So IN inverter 1 2 and cell name INV 1 2 I am given. Okay. it will open a schematic editor. Now if you see here, component instantiation I is there. From this we will be dragging out the components. Here from this we will be dragging out the components. You go to the generic 13. In this we are having symbols. You double click the symbols. You are having NMOS and PMOS. First you take PMOS. Then you take NMOS. So if you are having, you can place another NMOS if you have. If you don't require this type, then you simply press escape button. Now we got NMOS transistor, PMOS transistor and NMOS transistor. Now from here we are having library. You from the left side, right side palette box. This is the palette box. Library, you click. Here we are having IC library, device library, generic library, source library and macro library. Now first of all we will be taking generic library. In this generic library we are having VDD, ground, inputs, port in and port out. Now I have one port in and have one port out, and also I will be taking VDD and also I will be taking ground. Now once this is over, I will be connecting drain to drain, gate to gate. So drain to drain is connected to the output and gate to gate is connected to the input. Now here you replace this net net as input A by pressing Q button. You name net name as A and output of the net name as Y. So I am interconnecting. As I have told you, PMOS is a pull-up transistor which will be connected to the VDD and NMOS is a pull-down transistor which will be connected to the ground. And here another terminal is there, body part which is connected to VDD for PMOS transistor and ground for NMOS transistor. Once this is over, we have to make sure that as it is a 130 nanometer technology, length of the PMOS as well as NMOS will be same, 0.13 micrometer. Now we have to change the width of the PMOS, and please remember, width of the PMOS should be twice that of NMOS transistor. So first of all, if you take NMOS transistor width, I am taking width of the NMOS transistor 0.24. So obviously width of the PMOS transistor should be more than 0.48 and I will be taking 0.52. Once it is taken, so everything is correct, then you have to save the component. So you will be having only one warning. Warnings we can neglect it, but if there are errors, definitely we have to find those errors and we have to remove. So as the schematic of the inverter is completed, next thing that you have to do is add the component or generate the symbol. Now choose the shape. Shape is like a buffer and you tick this one, replacing existing and active symbol, and here customize pin list. You click customize pin list. Because it is inverter, at the output you should have a bubble. So tick mark should be there at the output, bubble, then OK. OK. We will be having a circuit, logic symbol for inverter schematic. Now save it and save the circuitry and you register this one, register the symbol. So once you register the symbol, now it is completed, a symbol is generated. Now whether this one is working as an inverter or not, we have to check it. So that we have to go with the simulation. Now I will go with the simulation. So here if you see, already we got the schematic diagram and symbol. Now for this experiment I will be going with the right click on experiment library, new and a schematic. Now for this one inv_sim inv_sim. So one more schematic is generated for the simulation purpose. Now here again you go with instance. Now I will go with the experiments library. This is my library. In my library I am having inverter. So simply I will be placing my inverter. This is my symbol. Now here we will be having input and we will be having output. So input is connected and output is connected. Now this net input pin, I will call it as in, and net output pin I will call it as out. Now for this I have to give a pulse signal or input signal or a data signal. So I will click library. Device library is there, generic library, source library. I will go with the source library. I will give a pattern I will be giving, and also because we are taking VDD as 5 volts, I will be taking DC and go to generic library. You connect this DC to VDD and ground, and please change the value of VDD to, here we have 1 volts, it changed to 5 volts. So we are giving 5 volts VDD to schematic circuitry. Now at the input I have taken a pattern. Now here also you take the ground and connect it to the VN. So here pattern I will be, how I will be taking, here pattern is there, 0 1 0 0 1 0 1 0 0, some value I will be giving. Now for this I have to again save the symbol in the schematic. Whether there are any errors or not, I will be checking. There are no errors. Now what I will be doing, I will be going with the simulation part. Now simulation, here on the right side there is a simulation. You click it, new design configuration. I name it as sim. Okay. Then I will go with OK. Now the simulation starts. Now here you take the analysis part. Right, click on analysis. You are having DC analysis and transient analysis. First you click on DC analysis. Source one. Here this connect it. So this one I will start with 0 and stop with 5 volts and step is 0.1. Now again I transient analysis 0 per 1000 nanoseconds I will be going it. I will be applying the values. Now if you take the output, so here you place it as DC and plot. Now click on input, control, you press control and output. Now you will be getting at the analysis part, the outputs you will be getting. So you will be plotting DC analysis and transient analysis. First I will be adding these two for DC analysis, then I will be plotting it for the transient analysis. Now I will be running apply. OK and run. Now I'll be running. Here you see netlist completed successfully and simulation completed successfully. So simulation wise there is no problem. Now I'll be checking view waveforms. Here we have directly I'll be view waveforms. You see here we take DC analysis. See, as Vin increases, here Vout likewise it decreases. As Vin, this is Vin, this green line is Vin and this yellow line is Vout. As Vin increases, Vout decreases. And this is your V into Vout output. See, it is inverter. The output you check, if input is 0, output is 1, input is 1, output is 0. So this is inversion of the input. Your output is inversion of this output. So this is how we'll be designing a inverter using Mentor Graphics software. The first part we have done is the schematic part, and later on we have to do the layout part. So the first part is completed. In second part I will be demonstrating how to convert a schematic into a layout. Then we will be doing LVS check, which is nothing but layout versus schematic. So for today's session I am closing it. Thank you everyone.